These small carp are not the ones you're looking for. Spoons, use the force to catch the monster.
The carp! Yes! This is no ordinary fish.
That is £60 8 ounce.
For thousands of years, they've existed in waters across the planet, from feeding the Romans right through to pulling anglers' arms off. They have grown to mythical sizes that is the stuff of legend.
What is it?
I'm fishing mad Ali Hamidi. And globe-trotting with me as we search the planet are close friends and top carp anglers Tom Duff and Neil Spooner.
Have fun, lads.
On a journey of friendship, culture, and most of all, adventure. As we travel the world.
Oh, yes.
In pursuit of monster carp.
We would have taken one of them, but two of them in the morning.
No,
Get here. I haven't even caught it.
This week, our Three Amigos adventure takes us to Morocco, the North African country bordering the Atlantic Ocean and Mediterranean Sea. Perhaps not a place that springs to mind when you think of colossal carp. Morocco isn't a location that's high on European anglers' radars, but that doesn't mean it isn't somewhere worth investigating. There are carp running right through Africa, but for some years now I've seen and heard about great captures from a few special places here. Big golden common carp and stunning distinctive mirrors. How big can they grow out here? Well, that's exactly what we wanted to find out.
I like all these little stalls and that. Don't you, Dubby?
Yeah.
But for once, fish weren't first on our agenda. As we just arrived, we had to check out Marrakesh's Medina, the maze-like medieval quarter.
The flutes and snakes are a signature sound and sight the moment you enter the centre of Marrakesh. What isn't a normal sight is a young blonde Englishman scared out of his wits.
Wait, if you come to Morocco, you got to check out some snakes with the Moroccan sea Merwin.
The marketplace in Marrakesh, also known as souks, are a place where you can buy all sorts of paraphernalia. My wife would love it here. She's a sucker for buying a bit of old soot. Oh, look, seems like she's not the only one.
No, we need this one. 200. It's not real leather, mate. Very real.
Ha, with bartering like that, Spooner, I'm surprised you're not running for Prime Minister. But on a more serious note, we might just need your other senses to pick out some local, potential fishing bait from the array of Moroccan munch on offer here.
Now, the reason we've stopped here is because there's loads of lentils and also legumes behind us, and in fishing terms, we refer to them as particles, and fish absolutely love them. So, Dubby, come on, there's some pearlers here, isn't there?
Yeah, they've got maize 4 ways here, and carp everywhere in the world love maize and sweet corn, so I think we'll be taking some of that with us, yeah.
And, Spooner, if I had a gun to your head, which one would you pick?
I'll be honest, I can't see my favourite. I really like using lupins, but I have spotted some chickpeas down there. Add a little bit of flavour in, Bob's your uncle.
Now, talking of flavouring, behind us is an absolute metropolis of spices. And believe it or not, fish really, really love spices. So when you boil the particles up, we often add a bit of flavour, and that attracts fish a lot quicker. You've got some paprika here, which fish absolutely adore. I know you think it's mad, but they really do love it. You've got turmeric, you've also got pepper and chilli, and the hotter and saltier we often make the bait, the more they can hone in on it. So it's all about taste, all about attraction. So, boys, what do you reckon? Take some for the journey?
100%.
Right, mate, no point doing anything in halves. We'll have the whole lot.
Yeah, OK.
You did bring your wallet, eh, Spooner? So, we stocked up on particles and spices, because having some local goodies with us would be well handy when we reach our big carp destination.
Bit heavy for that. Oh, yeah. Spooner.
I'll take it, shall I, mate?
Good lad.
Yeah, cheers.
Those arms are not there for no reason. That's a cheap bag. Cheap bag. What a donut. Come on, Spooner. Just in a bit.
Oh dear, Spooner. I hope this wasn't a sign of the luck you were going to have. The first stop on our adventure took us to Lala Takaroost, about 30 minutes south of Marrakesh.
Named after the patron saint of the area, this dammed reservoir apparently holds therapeutic properties.
Well, today we were going to indulge in our own bit of fishing therapy. None of us had ever wet a line on Moroccan soil before, so we fancied a cheeky little warm-up before the main event.
On our drive round, we had seen dimples and ripples on the surface in a small bay secluded off the main part of the reservoir. As an angler looking for fish on any new lake, this was a good sign.
Oh, this is a lovely fishy little corner, isn't it? What do you reckon?
Looks beautiful, mate.
To make this trip more interesting, I think we should create a challenge that dictates who has first choice on the lake we're going to end up at.
Yeah, I like the sound of
Carp.
it.
Yeah, you're talking my language.
Right, so what should the challenge be?
Species hunt. We don't know what's in it. Who catches the most species wins.
I think you're probably going to lose this one.
Quite
Thanks.
lucky, though.
Yeah, luck don't last for a long time.
To be fair, up against you two, you're clearly going to win. You're clearly going to come last. I'll take second dish.
Oh, I started already.
You get the tackle sorted,
Yeah.
I'll get the bait sorted.
This lake's like nothing else I've fished before. You can obviously tell that the water's dropped massively, so it's obviously a very dry country, and you can sort of tell that by the surroundings as well. It looks like there's lots of different fish in here. I'm looking forward to getting going, really, especially with the competition, because I like to beat Ali and Spooner, to be honest. Are you sure?
The pink Zorro!
Mate, I told you, I've got to give you boys a chance.
If you win with that now, I'm going to be disappointed in myself.
It's already done, mate. It's already done.
Really wrong stealing some young child's fishing rod.
There's a competition going on. I played it down a little bit, saying that I was only going to come second, but I'm here to win it. I've got the kit to do it. My little pink rod's all I need. They might have all their fancy kit, but sometimes, when you go back to basics, a stick will do the job to beat them two. We go nice and simple. This is called a swim feeder, and in there we've got some flake maize and couscous that we got from the markets yesterday. On my hook, I've just got a piece of imitation bait. That is what's going to catch me most species and give me first choice when we get to the main lake.
Well, I've been getting ready. I've seen lots of bass striking on the surface at little fish, so they're what I'm going to go for first. It's just a little lure, an imitation fish. I'm going to cast it past them, reel it back through, and hopefully they snatch it, and that's going to be the first fish for me of this tournament.
I was using imitation corn pushed into a flat method feeder filled with maize and couscous, a tactic very similar to Spooner.
Time to see what mysterious fish this place held.
Right then, gentlemen. I'm a little bit excited. I think a bit of wee just come out.
Let's do it, shall we?
Yeah, let's go for it.
God, I nearly went in then.
Time to get serious. Well, sort of.
The whole pink rod boy seemed happy, but I was double confident of beating them both.
Hang about. Duffy's had a pull. Even though he's eating snags and don't know the difference.
No, that was definitely a fish.
Oh, no.
That'll be the bottom, Dovey.
Oh, we're in.
Have you got one? Have you got one?
I did have.
It looked like you got one.
Oh,
You look
I
like
felt
you're just
it. No.
flapping a pink rod around the sky like a plonker.
No, he's got one. He's got one.
Yes.
He has got one. I take it all back.
What is it? It's a little
That's a little carp.
Oh, it's your first Moroccan carp.
Get in. Little fully scaled. Get in.
You're my hero,
Do
Neil.
you know what, mate? I'm annoyed because you're winning, but that is wicked. Well done. Let's have a look at him.
What about that then, mate?
Oh, well, we come here. We didn't think we was going to catch any carp in here, did we?
No, mate. Look at him. He's a little... Well, show the viewers. He's a little fully scaled mirror.
Quite rare, really, if you think about it.
Yeah.
This carp go.
But look at him.
If all the Moroccan fish like that, mate, we'll be pleased.
Imagine
Well
if it
done.
was 70 pound bigger.
I need to fish, mate.
Oh, hang on, Tom. 1-0, mate. Go on, little fella, back your ball.
You definitely are the small fish expert, Spoons.
They do these little rods in a multitude of colours out, not just pink, mate.
I'll give you that, son. The man with the pink rod strikes first. You couldn't have oddsed it.
Coming up, Ali loses it.
What do you reckon? Tom Daly impression off the end of this?
And then he throws his toys.
I'm not bothered. I'm just going to go 500 foot of water and fish
my
with
God,
conger
come
eels
on.
in the chat.
Our Moroccan adventure was taking us into the heart of the Atlas Mountains to a big carp reservoir. But en route, we'd stopped off at another lake. We had no idea what fish were in here, so decided on a species hunt competition. The angler with the most species gets first choice of swim on the main lake. Spooner was in front with a small carp. But it wasn't long before I had my first taste of the action.
Yes! It's a little mirror crab. There you go. Little sweet corn, little fish. 1-1, pink boy.
This was the start of a miniature carp hauling session. The little cyprinids just kept on coming.
Way!
And of course, I was loving it. But was there anything else in here other than carp?
It's a common carp. Oi, natural boy, you're having it off on that lure, aren't you? Catching loads.
It's the hardest style of fishing, mate. I'd rather spend the biggest part of the day doing this than just catching loads of little easy fish.
OK.
If I get one of these, I'm laughing.
OK.
As time ticked by, we realised the species hunt wasn't really developing. Well, that was until...
He's got one on.
I think I might have. It might
He's
be
got one on. Tom's got one.
Yes! Yes!
Oh!
Come on the bank.
Oh!
Yes! I've had about 1 million casts as well.
Man.
Yes! I'm so pleased with that now. You're worried. Now you're both worried.
Not worried, mate.
All right. Well, there's a little zander. People call them a pike perch, but they're actually their own species. And it's actually my first ever zander as well. I've never caught one before. And they're going to be much more difficult to catch than them carp. So I'm really pleased I've caught it. I'm going to get him back, see if I can catch myself a carp next.
We get these fearsome predators in the UK, and they go up to around £18. Worldwide, they've been known to reach over £40. With one species each and not long to go, Ali and I decided to switch methods.
Get that here.
May the best woman win. Wider, man.
Well, it seems like it's not only varieties of fish that keep Dovey on his toes.
All right, I admit it, I was scared.
Whoa.
But I still managed to get a bite, didn't I?
Goodbye.
I think I've got one.
Oh, no.
What is it? It definitely ain't a zander. It's a carp. Number 2. Out. How'd you feel?
Behind.
I had a deep sinking feeling. Why did I give Tom that lure rod first? Trying to catch a predator fish in the hottest part of the day is a bad idea, considering they feed best in the mornings and early evenings. Spooner, he didn't seem to care he was behind. He seemed pretty content catching those majestic little carp on his little pink rod.
That's the cast, I can feel it. To be fair, mate, you should have done 2 minutes ago, because that's time up.
Hey. One, I said.
Well done, Dovey.
Thank you, mate. It
Well
was.
done, Dovey.
You both done well. You took part. You did really good.
I hate you. I hate you.
Right then, come on in, pack it up. New lake though, good start. Well done, boys. Nice day out that.
Fishing-wise, the main event would commence tomorrow. However, it did us all the world of good to have our first Moroccan catching experience.
The next day, we continued our journey east into the Atlas Mountains. But why come all this way and just go fishing? I wanted to take in some of the natural beauty that this country had to offer, and what a sight to behold this was. The Ouzod Falls, it's one of Morocco's natural wonders and stands at 360 feet. It's the highest natural waterfall in North Africa.
Yeah, but I wonder if there's any fish in there.
Gentlemen, this is a pretty impressive view. I love heights, but that's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, normally I don't mind heights, but that's making my stomach feel a bit weird.
I don't like heights, so I'm scared.
Now, as you're scared, and I am also scared, we haven't decided on who has swim choice between me and you.
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Tom Daly impression off the end of this?
What, best dive wins?
Best dive, most acrobatic.
All right. Yeah, all right. You go first, and if there's no chance I can beat it, you can just have second choice. How about that?
Or is it just safer to go fishing?
Let's go fishing.
All right.
That's it.
Playtime was over. It was now time for the big girls. We only had another 60 kilometres to drive to the final destination, Morocco's largest reservoir, Bin El Ouidan, 150 kilometres east of Marrakesh.
Sitting at about 750 metres above sea level in the middle of the Atlas Mountains, this huge stretch of water was created in the 1950s by the damming of the El Abid River to create hydroelectric power.
The lake holds a wide variety of fish species such as trout, black bass, zander, pike, barbel, and is also well known for holding some astronomically large carp. Music to our ears.
Boys, suck it up. Welcome, let me pronounce this correctly, Bin El Widan, Base Camp Delta.
Look at them tents. That's amazing, mate. It's wicked.
Right, let's get down there.
The local fishing guides on this lake had worked with us for months in planning the trip and had set our camp on a point which was supposedly a good spring area and known for producing big carp.
Go on then, comments?
Big old slap of water in it.
Didn't half look smaller from the top of the mountain, did it?
When you arrive at somewhere like this, you just sometimes got to suck it up, and it is stunning. When you watch at home and you think, why we do it, I look out there and I think, even without the fishing, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's why.
People
Right there.
sit on beaches, don't they? They go and sit on beaches and they think it's amazing. Well, you can sit on a beach and potentially catch some fish. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Come on. I'm going to cry. It's like a romantic moment.
What an absolutely amazing place to turn up to. Base camps looks mega. You've got the mountains in the background and just this vast expanse of water that contains potentially unknown monsters.
It's quite hard to pick what swim you want, especially when you just turn up on somewhere that's this big. But usually the outside swims on somewhere like this are better. The one in the middle is not normally so good because the fish will come from left or right. So I'll probably pick the left or the right, but at the minute I'm not quite sure what one that is.
With only 6 days at this lake and the sheer amount of water in front of us, our target would be to catch a 40-pound plus carp. We would commence fishing in the morning, but first Spooner and I still had to fight it out for the second place choice of swim. What better way than a skimming comp? Surely you can beat me at this.
You only skimmed 2? Pathetic.
Oh, damn you, Spooner. With the early morning temperatures already hitting the mid-20s in the Atlas Mountains, the scene was set for our first proper fishing day. We'd chosen our respective positions, Dovey on the right, Spooner on the left, and me, Piggy, in the middle with a pizza slice area. After all the planning and work I'd put into the trip, I suddenly felt quite deflated. Dovey had chosen to go right after a tip-off from the locals about a big shallow plateau 130 metres into the lake that was like a roundabout for carp and an obvious feature that will naturally attract fish.
This is an echo sounder and it is a really, really essential bit of kit for this style of fishing. The depth's so important when you're fishing massive lakes like this, and this tells you the exact depth that the boat's over. So when I get to the top of the plateau, this will tell me I'm at 3 metres and this will tell me I'm on exactly the right spot. So it's looking good.
Once the area was located, I placed a permanent marker on the spot. This will stay here for the duration of our session and only taken out when the fishing ends.
Oh, it looks really good, that. I've gone out of the echo sound and it goes down to 9 metres between me and the spot, and it comes all the way up to 3 metres. So you have to imagine that it's not all flat out there. I can imagine that off the end of that spit there, it probably comes out a little bit further and then it just rises up a little bit. And that's exactly where you want to be, especially when the sun's out like this. The fish will rise up in the water, and if you can find a spot that's shallow and that distance out, you're absolutely laughing. So it looks perfect.
I was pretty content with my spot out on the left and was busy tying up some wonder rigs to tame these Moroccan beasts.
I've decided to move camp. I wanted to be out on my own. I'm on the left-hand side of the swim, and I was up early this morning watching the fish, and they were all showing really, really short. So a little bit surprisingly, rather than having to boat my rigs out, I'm casting about 40 yards. The fish are there. I'm so excited.
We're all using more or less the same rig technology, simple and effective.
That is 10 ounces of lead on there, and that's really important because we're fishing so far out with the boat. I want to be able to tighten down to it and take the bow out of the line. And that, it's a little snowman hook bait, little yellow pop on top, and it's going to sit out there like a little cherry on top of a cake. They're going to come in and snatch that straight away. Let's get it out.
I felt confident. Pity the same couldn't be said about Ali.
I've been for a little look out there and it was very barren in front of me, very deep. And in the springtime, you don't want to be in deep water, you want to be in the shallow areas. And when you don't know where you can go, because someone's to the left of you, one's to the right of you, I call it pizza slice fishing. And I wanted to know how big my pizza slice is. It ain't very big.
It ain't that small really, Al. How much do you want? Oh no, the dummy's coming out.
We know you're in the middle.
The argument's not... I'm not arguing about any... I'm just saying...
What I was trying to clear up with you is that I'm not worried about you fishing there. The only thing that annoyed me is just the way you approached it.
I'm not coming any...
I want you to fish there. I want you to fish there. I want you to catch some, mate.
I'm not coming over. I don't even know if that's going to be any good. I'm just going to go in 500 foot of water and fish for conger eels in the chat.
Al's got a raving up about being in the middle, but I actually don't think it's that bad. He's got lots of water there, and if he just comes in a little bit shorter, he'll be on the shallow water, and I think he'll catch him there. So it's not so bad, Al.
Easy for you to say, Tom. Sat all pretty on your shallow plateau while I fish into 60 foot. It's fair to say I wasn't happy.
Should have done better on the species hunt and stone throwing, mate.
Shut up, Spooner. With the fishing now well underway, the glorious waiting game had begun. The clouds hovered, and just as carp anglers do, we started to smell some action.
I was away, even if the bite wasn't that exciting and the fish clearly not very big.
Well, a little stack of maize has caught a tiny little common.
You got that in quick, didn't you?
Well, it's not the biggest
Let's
carp.
have a look at it.
He's in there.
That's not a carp, is it?
Yes.
Mate, that is so small.
So sizes. It's still 1-0.
It's the first one, isn't it? Well done. Well done.
Cheers, guys.
That is tiny.
Coming up, Tom gets serious.
This is a nice fish, Tom. Get in! Salmon swoop that, baby!
And Ali gets desperate.
Mate, have you got any info about how to catch a big carp from this lake?
We were at Lake Bin El Wadan in Morocco for our main event. We'd chosen our swims, Dovey and Spooner on the outside, leaving me with an area in the middle, which I was not best pleased about. Spooner got the ball rolling with an early capture, be it a very small one, and he continued to catch mini Moroccan carp throughout the night with not a monster in sight. For Dovey and I, it was all quiet on the Western Front.
But he's tired down there though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. With that wind last night, and then he had one at 3 in the morning, I think. And then all this morning, loads of little ones keeping him up.
He enjoys catching small carp though, doesn't he?
He does. He does it at home, doesn't he? He loves that sort of fishing, so he can have them.
He's in. Spooner's in.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm not sure of the size. I'll be honest, it feels a little bit bigger than the real small ones.
I think I just heard you say it feels a little bit bigger than the real small ones. It's small, isn't it? Well done, though, mate.
It's a bit bigger. It's a bit bigger.
There you go. Hello, little fatty.
Tell you what, that's a Moroccan PB.
Yeah?
There we go. It's not loads bigger, but it's definitely the biggest one yet. Mwah.
Only about £8, so way off our £40 target, but at least my rigs were doing the business.
Start with, I've got a piece of rig tube in here. That just stops this tangling when I cast it out. But more importantly, it's protecting the carp when I'm playing it in. Got my anchor point here, a 5-ounce lead, nowhere near as heavy as the other boys are using. But remember, I'm actually casting my rods, not using a boat to take them out. I've got a very simple carp rig here, which, to be fair, me and the boys are using very, very similar things anyway. So-called a hair rig because of this bit that comes off the back of the hook. I've actually changed my hook, but I've been catching loads on maize, but they've all been really small. Sometimes this boilie can pick out the bigger fish. It actually floats if I was to chuck it in now, which is why you can see a little bit of lead shot under there just to make sure it stays pinned to the bottom. All that's left, a little bit of rig foam which dissolves in the water, and that just makes sure that my point's protected all the way down to the bottom. Let's get it back out and have another one, shall we?
While Spooner recast to catch more tiddlers, I was going for a little Moroccan spruce up.
Time for a wash.
That's the reason we ain't catching, mate. It's freezing, that water.
No one likes to see that. Thankfully, I didn't have to endure it for too long, and judging by this mental bite, it was no tiddler. This was more what we were after.
Yes, yes, yes. This is not a 4-pounder either.
No, because a proper take, wasn't it?
Proper take. This feels heavy, this fish.
Yeah?
It's not tiny.
It's something, so they're deep-bodied fish, so they feel big, don't they? Small, mate.
It's bigger than the none you've caught.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't mean... All right, I'm already down low. Talk about hit a man when he's down. Keep his head up.
Yes.
Keep his head up.
Yes.
Keep his head up.
Yes!
Get in there, bro. What a crazy car. Well done, son.
It's 100% bigger than spooners, but to be honest, it didn't take much, did it really? But yeah, no, I think it's a nice fish, about £20. Perfect start for me. I'm over the moon. It felt like a long time coming, but it's nice, isn't it?
Really, really encouraging that, mate. I know it's out of shallow water and that, but the fact that it's just a fish out of the blue in our area, it feels good, doesn't it, Spooner?
It does, mate, a proper size one as well. So, you know, it's all well and good catching these smaller ones, but that's what we're here for. Look at him.
Start of what's to come. Where's your granddad, though?
Grandmother.
Bring it back.
Well done, mate.
I'm pleased with him.
It wasn't a monster, but it gave us the psychological lift we needed.
What often happens is when you catch one, people start panicking, start trying to copy you. That's exactly what Ali's doing there. Look. Pure panic is...
I wasn't copying, mate. I was just snagged on the bottom.
Whatever, Al.
With Lake Binnell Widan now producing its first proper fish, Dovey was eager to get his rod back out on the money. But sadly, no more fish were caught that day.
The following morning, the skies became moodier, the temperature dropped, and it seemed like a stray fish had wandered into my deep water area.
I think it's a very, very small Moroccan carp.
At least I'd broken my duck.
Go on, mate. Go on, mate. I was really, really down. I didn't like the area I was in, featureless water, but having caught one out of the featureless water, it's got to perk you up a bit, hasn't it? Well, if there was ever a fish to pull me out of fishing doldrums, this bronze Moroccan beauty is the one. How big are you giving me?
Well, my mum's 22, so I'll give you 21.
Nice to be in the old 20s club, though, isn't it? Spooner, how's the nursery going down there, son? Good? Playtime, innit?
I'm in the 20s club as well, mate. Admittedly, you've got to add all of mine together, and I'm there.
Only an angler will understand the relief when you get off the mark on a new water. I felt revitalised. Carp visit the shallow areas in spring in readiness for spawning, and also because natural food life grows quicker there due to photosynthesis. So they start exploring them sooner as they find food that hasn't been there through the winter months. And that evening, this theory was backed up by the news of a huge £50 plus carp being caught by Belgian angler Mark, who'd caught from a shallow, weedy area a few hundred yards to Spooner's left. So the following morning, Spoons moved his setup a few hundred yards further to his left.
I've moved right round into this bay to my left, saw loads of activity here this morning. I've been out, we are in the boat using the echo sounder. There's just more fish about. It's amazing how a little change like this has just boosted the confidence levels. I mean, I've caught a few, caught a lot of small ones. Now I feel if a rod goes, it could be the one we're here for.
Back in my camp, it was time for some culinary carping.
Good job I've been eating all them tagines. And in here is the maize we got from the market. And this is what we have to do. We have to cook it up every day to get it ready for the fish. And I weren't lying to you. These are the spices. We've got to load it up. So first thing, got to throw in a load of paprika. Next up, black pepper. I love it on my food. I like it on my fishing bait. Turmeric. Absolutely awesome in food. Famous in the Middle East and also in these parts of Africa. So in we go with that. Gives you that golden tinge. Beautiful. And then finally, the thing that makes it really, really hot, the chili flakes. So in they go. Really good, generous handful. I'm going to get that in there, give it a good stir. And what happens now in this cauldron of goodness, all this flavour gets mixed in, it fuses in with the particles, and what you do, just bring this to the boil, let it simmer until these kernels start to split, and that's when they're ready and safe to use for the fish. So that's a meal fit for a king carp. Right, let's put the lid on it, give that a little while to simmer away.
A short wait and this bubbling beauty was just about ready.
Right, let's have a look at my handiwork. Davy, come here. I'm about to put this out.
What? It's hot, isn't it?
What you saying?
It's hot. No, nice. It's got a bit of a light spice to it.
Yeah?
Nice.
Spicy but light.
Yeah, not too spicy, but good.
Good. Got to throw some of the boilies on top of that as well. But there's our cooked maize. Beautiful.
Go on, then.
Let's go out. Oh, yeah.
The water in the pan had barely cooled before Dovey was away again. This carp was on a mission.
a slightly better fish. Is it?
Yes, well done, lads. Good lad.
They were definitely of a better stamp in front of Tom compared to Neil. This pulled the scales round to nearly £27.
The fishing was bubbling away nicely and our optimism going into the night was sky high.
The night started quietly, but deep into the early hours, Dovey was away.
I was tired, but this looked considerably bigger. In fact, much bigger.
Yes. That fought like anything, that did. It's a real big fish. I'm convinced it's a 30-pounder now. Every time I was looking at it when it was in the net and then in the sling where I'm just retaining it to show the lads because it's getting light behind us now. I'm convinced it's a 30-pounder, maybe even 35 pounds, so I can't wait to show them.
Amazing stuff, Golden Balls. It was obvious it was a good fish, but how big was it? Had Tom's bleary eyes in the night overestimated or underestimated it?
Whoa, it's much bigger than I thought. What is it? 40 pounds, 40 pound, wait, 40 pound, 9. Yes! Yeah. Well done. And when we got it out this morning, it was just absolutely massive. Then obviously weighing it 40 pound an ounce is just absolutely unbelievable. I just can't believe it.
Well done.
Look at it.
Oh, smile for that camera.
We were really down yesterday, and the boy Wonder, as we like to call him, just keeps fishing nice and steady, and the spot's just started producing, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's really kicking off now.
Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Well done. It's been a tough trip so far. It started really slow, and then sometimes throughout the day I was just thinking it wasn't going to happen at all. But I stuck to my guns, and I know that on places like this, if you keep fishing well and you keep baiting, it ends up happening. And it has again this time, just over the moon.
We've still got a few days to go. They could get even bigger.
Thanks,
in,
guys.
bro.
Nice,
Brilliant.
What a magical moment, seeing the scales go around past £40, team target achieved. But, you know, I feel like there could be more to come.
Looks like Mystic Meg was right. The boy Wonder was now definitely kicking some butt. His spot was hotting up, and it looked like he was into something big again.
It's a nice fish. Don't know how big.
It's quite a big fish.
Got a good head on it.
Yeah. Go on now.
I'm going out for this. This is a nice fish, Tom.
Go on.
It's a nice fish. Get in! Salmon swoop that, baby!
It's definitely another big one. I'm not sure how big it is, but it looks a similar size to the other one. 42.5.
Well done, Thomas. We would have taken one of them, but two of them in the morning.
No.
Get here, get here. I haven't even caught it, but I'm so happy for you.
Look at the size of that. Not in my wildest dreams did I think I'd catch a 40-pounder really on this trip, let alone two. That one this morning was enough for me, but this one is just the cherry on top of the cake.
Back-to-back wild 40-pounders, the thing many anglers can only dream of. Incredible. Go on, big one, go get your daddy.
I think all my big fish action seems to have affected some more than others.
Mate, have you got any info about how to catch a big carp from this lake? No, I don't mean like them little ones I've been catching. I mean like a really big one, like that little blonde idiot keeps catching. Come on, mate, I'm bribing you here.
The only thing my love of animals and feeding them seemed to achieve was to get Tom more action. So much so that his other rod was now away too. Double take. Go on, Gary the fishing photographer. Yeah.
It's a 30-pounder.
Yeah, he's a
Don't
30.
get that other one.
Go on then.
It's not that petty.
Well, look at that. An absolute bar of gold, and at £36 5 ounces. It's funny to think it's one of the smallest of my day. Isn't it, Neil?
Yeah, really funny.
That is what you call a VIP wash in the great outdoors after being kept up all night by the boy wonder catching fish. Nothing to make the back page headlines. Absolutely nothing of note compared to what we've been catching. However, it's all heading in the right direction. I need to be fishing and concentrating while he catches up with his beauty sleep.
The warmer days seem to have slowed the action down, which seemed like the perfect time to visit the local market and take in some of the sights. And it seemed like the Neil Spooner name was spreading.
I don't think I can believe my eyes. Now, if I am not mistaken, we are near the lake, and I think, in your memory, Neil, they have put a Neil Spooner package together. Look. No,
Sorry.
don't you go for them, look. Let's pretend for 1 minute this is a carp. No, Tom, come here.
Oi.
Hold it up. Right, I've got a question for you. Who does this remind you of, Neil?
This looks big with these.
Come round here. Come round here. Go on, pose for a picture.
Uncanny, that.
Coming up, Al chats up a local.
That is a sexy moustache.
Thank you very much. We can meet later.
And a carp chats to Spooner.
Happy birthday, Neil.
Thanks, mate.
With 2 more days and nights left of our Moroccan adventure, Tom had already hit our target with 2 40-pounders, but we wanted more. Remember Mark, the Belgian who bagged that 50-pounder? Well, he's been running the carp fishing at Lake Bin El Widdan for over 10 years, and we were on a lunch date with him to pick his carpy brains.
So how long have you been fishing the lake for then?
First time 2002.
Did you still have that moustache?
Yeah, all my life.
Really? Born with
It's
it.
still with me when I'm fishing.
That is a sexy moustache.
Thank you very much. We can meet later.
But what's the biggest fish that's been caught by a carp angler, rod and line? And, you know, you've seen it go back in.
Yeah, we had in 2010, we had a mirror carp of 33.4 kilo.
So that's like £70 plus.
Yeah, that's...
And the other stories of fish being caught is from, you know, the net fishermen. Go on, how much bigger do you think they go?
When they catch the 33.4 kilo, there were some local fishermen and they asked me how much it weighs, and I told them it's 33.4 kilo, and they were not impressed. They said to me, if this is 33 kilo, we have catched already bigger, much bigger.
Really?
I wonder if you're thinking what I am, right?
Does this lake hold not just 100-pounder, but multiple carp over 100 pounds, do you think? Or 50 kilos, say? 45 kilos?
It's difficult to say, but 45 kilo is possible.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
It's madness.
To say our spirits had reached new heights would be an underestimation. With the world record carp weighing 105 pounds, the thought of breaking this was a dream, but not an unrealistic possibility.
Suddenly, everyone just seemed to take it up a notch. Rods went out, rigs were tied with a new level of concentration. This was the home straight, and a podium finish was in sight. When you first come to a place like this, you're not sure whether your rods are in the right position or where the fish are going to come from. But now we've caught fish off of that plateau, and Ali's got 3 of his rods next to me as well now. We're in position, we've got 6 rods in the zone, and now Mark's got our juices flowing with them legends of big fish. It's exciting stuff now.
The other 2 boys clearly think that all the big ones are just feeding this one little 3-metre plateau. No chance. I'm round here on my own, far less pressure. I am adamant that in front of me now is the fish of my dreams.
The baits are working well, there's fish visiting the area, the jigsaw is pieced together really nicely. We just need that one big piece to drop in, and then it will be one incredible journey.
The rods were locked and loaded, and the waiting game in anticipation was underway. Non-anglers may think it's boring sitting there and waiting, but how can it be when expectation is so high? Your mind and thoughts run away with you. The feeling was intense. At first light on the penultimate morning, I was woken up by something that felt different. Different in a big way.
It'd be amazing if it was even if it was over 30 pounds. Sweet. Oh, it's come off. No. No. Oh, I can't believe that. Just, it's not like I've been blessed with loads of action. When you finally get a bite, and then it felt big the whole way in. I didn't want to curse it, and then when it got in close and it still felt big, I knew there was something decent on. And then it's come off. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. Oh my God. That hurt so bad.
Oh, chin up, Al. Leave the headline making to me, eh, son?
On a more positive note, today was Spooner's birthday.
Happy birthday, Neil.
Thanks, mate.
Did I just hear that fish talk? I really have spent too long up here on my own.
Tom and I had not forgotten either, and we had got him a lovely traditional gift.
Hello, 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 hello. Happy birthday, my old China. There we go. And as the rapper says, I knew you loved me. Go in there and open it. I'll wait here. All right?
He's so lucky to have friends like us.
Oh, yes. Thank you, mate. This is awesome.
That is a particularly powerful look.
Just feels set. It's my birthday. I'm in Moroccan garb. The rods are out. The big uns are waiting.
Oh, mate, it's just a matter of time, isn't it? It's written in the stars.
Thank you.
Oh, get away. I don't even like you that much.
I'm sure he reminds me of someone in that. I can't quite put my finger on it, though.
These small carp are not the ones you're looking for. Spoons, use the force to catch the monster.
I wonder if any of Spooner's force will awaken any of these monster carp.
It's the final evening, the sun's out. I've had lots of fish this week. If I don't catch another one, I'm happy with what I've had. It's been absolutely fantastic.
You know what? A little bit inside me feels a bit down that I haven't caught a big one myself. But it is a team effort, and I'm really proud of what we've achieved. And with one night to go, it could get even better.
That evening on the hill behind Base Camp Delta, we'd planned a very special treat for the birthday boy. Something he'd always wanted, a spit roast.
Well, gentlemen, as I chow down on some lambskin, this is not an evening to be a vegetarian.
It's been a brilliant week, isn't it? It really has. Nice way to send it off.
Would you like a carp bigger than that lamb?
I think I have it this week.
All right.
So harsh.
The conveyor belt of surprises just kept on coming, and we had one more up our sleeves for Spooner.
Well, Neil, no more messing around. I've heard on the grapevine around this area that for a man to land a big carp, he must wear the robe you're in and eat 2 testicles and a couple of eyeballs of a lamb.
So why aren't you doing it as well, then?
Because there's only one lamb and only one set, and you've got to eat the complete
Mate,
set.
I'm happy to share. Serious.
No, I insist. For it to work, for the spell to work, you need to eat it all.
So Spooner got stuck into the testicles and
I see you.
a well-cooked eyeball.
After doing that, I definitely deserve it. Think about it. Definitely deserve a big one tonight.
So with our bellies full, we entered into the final night's fishing.
The sun rose on our final morning. The spell hadn't worked as no massive carp met Spooner's net during the night. But as Tom was waking up, I was out in the lake, landing what was potentially my last carp of this trip.
This is it, the final swan song. Awesome in the African sunshine. Go on then. Nice way to say goodbye.
Definitely mission accomplished. Brilliant. Really happy that Dovey caught them spectacular fish. We've caught loads of carp, been in great surroundings, crazy weather. Couldn't have wished for more. Well, I could have. A monster.
After listening to Mark talk about what size fish are in here, Obviously, we were hoping for an absolute giant, but to have caught the 240-pounders, I'm more than happy with that, absolutely over the moon. But it's them stories, them sort of things that are going to bring me back here for sure.
What an unforgettable week. And in a dying second, Spooner had hooked into something bigger. Was this the perfect end? No, but it was certainly his Moroccan PB. Oh, yes. Well done, mate.
Get in.
Well earned.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
28-4. You should be considered a treat. Well done, mate.
Get in.
You deserved that at the end.
Yes. When you're fishing a big, wild lake like this, you've heard from the locals that there are definitely monsters in here and something that could tip the world record. Every time my bite alarm has gone off this week, I've just thought, what if I'm going to be attached to a world record? I mean, I wasn't, not ever, not even close, but it was wicked.